The papers were wrapped in a silver envelope. She slid it across the table with a smile too sharp to be maternal. "From all of us," she said, her voice dipped in poison. Laughter broke around me like shattered glass. My husband raised his phone, recording. They wanted a scene, rage, tears, a breakdown fit for their amusement. Instead, I uncapped the pen. My hand didn't tremble. I signed my name cleanly across the line, pressed the papers back into her hands, and said, "Thank you." The silence afterward tasted better than champagne. They thought they'd stripped me bare. They had no idea I'd already gutted them. I met Daniel 8 years ago at a bookshop. He had ink stains on his hands, claimed he'd been grading papers all night. A professor, soft-spoken, curious. He looked at me as though I was something rare. I believed him. His mother welcomed me with sugar and venom disguised as charm. "You'll never be good enough for him," she once whispered while refilling my wine. Then she smiled sweetly when he returned to the room. I thought marriage would feather us against her storms. I thought wrong. The signs arrived quiet at first, a phone face down. Late nights graded on a curve that didn't exist. His cologne on shirts he hadn't worn for me. Then the proof. A message blinking across his laptop while he showered. "Can't wait for tomorrow. Your mom really covered for us tonight. XO." I didn't scream. I closed the laptop. I let the water run. That night, I kissed him goodnight, and while he slept, I planned. Revenge doesn't rush. It breathes. It measures. First, the finances. I was already on our joint accounts, but Daniel never noticed the small withdrawals I moved, piece by piece, into an account under my name alone. Months of patience built me a cushion thick enough to land on when I finally jumped. Second, the evidence. Screenshots, emails, hotel receipts. His mistress was not some stranger. It was my best friend, Leela, someone my mother-in-law adored. I archived everything, time-stamped and notarized. Proof so airtight it suffocated. Third, the exit. Divorce isn't war if you prepare it like a chess match. I hired the sharpest attorney in the city. Quietly, efficiently. We filed before he even realized I'd moved my belongings into storage. And lastly, the strike. A week before my birthday, I sent his department chair a neat little package of evidence. Professors who sleep with students violate more than vows. They violate codes of ethics, contracts, futures. Leela had been his graduate advisee. The university opened an investigation immediately. By the time we sat at that birthday table, Daniel's career was already bleeding out. He just didn't know it yet. So I signed the papers with a smile. I rose from the table, smoothed my dress, and walked away. No tears, no begging, just silence. A silence they weren't prepared for. Hours later, my phone buzzed. Daniel's frantic voice broke through voicemail. "Why didn't you fight? Why are you acting like this? We can fix it." I didn't answer. 2 days later, his department suspended him pending inquiry. Leela's scholarship was revoked. The story leaked faster than he could contain it. Students talk, rumors spread. Within a week, the man who once lectured about integrity had none left to stand on. His mother tried calling me. Her voice cracked, suddenly soft, suddenly begging. "We didn't mean for it to go this far. He's losing everything." I let her words hang unanswered. Funny how quickly cruelty turns into desperation when the mask slips. I remember the exact moment Daniel realized it was me. He showed up outside my new apartment, eyes hollow, hands shaking. "You set this up," he whispered. Not a question, a confession. I met his gaze without flinching. "No, Daniel, you set this up. I just signed my name at the bottom." He broke right there on the pavement.
Not because of love lost, but because power had shifted, and he couldn't drag it back. Now, months later, I sit by the window with a glass of wine, watching the city hum below me. Do I regret it? Not for a breath. Betrayal taught me that tears are wasted on the faithless. Revenge, when tempered with patience, is cleaner than forgiveness. On my 31st birthday, they thought they handed me an ending. What they didn't know was that I'd already written it. Sharp, final, mine. The papers were never their gift to me. They were my gift to them.